Good morning, my fellow dog pedaling, skinny dipping, belly flopping patriots. Take a look at this headline from CNN. You know, mostly the legacy media has tried to ignore this problem, but it looks like they can no longer do it. You know, ever since President Trump left office, there's been this surge of backstroking, breaststroking, crawling, but mostly freestyling illegal immigration across the border. And CNN would like to explain why. Now, we all know why, don't we? Now, we all know why there is this wave of illegal immigration. Could it be due to Biden's semaphore signals like stopping completion of the wall, stopping ICE from doing its job, opening up of amnesty programs, and making it easier for illegal immigrants to leech off the U.S. taxpayer? But CNN's explanation is, well, take a look at the headline. Why migrants say they're making the dangerous journey now. They're talking, of course, about illegal immigrants, and they more or less admit to it. Take a look at this capture from the video that's embedded in the story. Biden admin ends Trump-era immigration policy to combat surge. 3,700 plus unaccompanied migrant children in Border Patrol custody. It looks like Biden's immigration policy has already failed spectacularly. But leave it to this Democratic mouthpiece, this propaganda tool, to try to put lipstick on a pig. Let's go on a little bit. On the banks of the Rio Grande near the South Texas city of Hidalgo, dozens of undocumented migrants, that's illegal aliens to you and me, mostly women and young children, descended on a hill in the Mexican side of the border in an orderly procession. My, like I said, lipstick on a pig. The sun set Thursday over an all too familiar portrait of desperation in the Rio Grande Valley. Some women carried wailing babies, while others hauled bags of belongings to the edge of the muddy river, where a group of men awaited them with life vests to take turns crossing from Mexico to the United States. That day alone, authorities said, 2,000 migrants, illegal immigrants, were apprehended in the valley. And here's where CNN becomes the sob queen. From Honduras, several immigrants shouted at a CNN correspondent who asked where they were from. Some have been traveling for months, fleeing violence, poverty, and the destruction wrought by a pair of hurricanes. Natural disaster. That's what they're saying is the surge. They want to ignore President Biden's policies of opening up the border. They're saying it's due to violence, poverty, and natural disasters. I'm not going to go on with the rest of the story. You see where it's headed. CNN wants to grab the brass ring of political correctness instead of protecting U.S. citizens. CNN wants to be a mouthpiece for internationalism.